Hello. Welcome to LadyGang. I am Beccatobin here with Jacvanek and keltieknight.
Hello.
Guys, middle part or bust.
Don't we
We always have middle part.
parts?
Well, I guess you don't always.
I did a side part and I regretted it last time we podcast because it was showing that my hairline goes back to the nether regions on the side.
You know who recently changed my mind about a side part?
Me.
Well, you're always a beautiful queen in my eyes.
Yeah.
Jenna Lyons.
Oh, she's so sick.
Housewives of New York.
God
she
damn it, she's
rocked
cool.
a great side part, just regular, like really simple blowout. Like I'm very into, I can never do it with my own hair, but I love when people who have like a lot of hair do just like a really sleek blowout.
She reminds me so much of you.
Oh my God, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever
Yeah,
said to me.
I'm trying to be her, but you already are her.
I saw that you copied her outfit.
Yeah, totally head to toe. Well, not with pearls, with the Chanel necklace, but yeah. And
She's
like,
the
I did
coolest.
like that look. That
I
was
know
a good
it's
look.
a sick look. That's why I stole it from her.
Yeah.
No, because you know what? Sometimes like when she was the Hamptons episode and she was coming and they were talking about the shashushka and she was she came from Shashuka. She came from her house to the breakfast where everyone was and they're all wearing like matching sweatsuits and like trying to do it. And she came in like a shitty baseball hat and like a mismatched like top with a bottom and a Birkenstock with a sock. And I was like, that's something Becca would wear and look super chic. And like I would wear and people would be like, please don't go in public.
That's the nicest thing
Same.
you've ever said.
Yep.
All right. Well, it's time for
Good week.
Yes, it is.
Bad week. Oh, no.
Who would like to go first?
I'm ready. Here we go. Internet, I'm ready to complain about something. Okay, first of all, I want to let you know on TikTok that this is my bad week. There's a man whose TikTok, have you seen it, where he goes, hey, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
Okay, that motherfucker,
Stopped you?
no, I wish.
Oh.
I was like, oh, you know, it'd be really cool. I'm going to New York. What if we got, what do you do for a living to you run into me? I know that some of his people are plants.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
You know, thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, it would be really cool. And then like, I could maybe put it on E-News as like a little thing. Like I got stopped by this viral since like whatever. No. Do you know how much Mr. What do you do for a living charges
Oh, no.
for you to appear in his what do you do for a living TikTok?
$20,000.
$9,500. And he promised to leave it up for 30 days.
That's insane.
$9,500.
So people are using him to promote their jobs or promote their business ventures.
I guess so. But I'm like, did Ed Sheeran pay $9,500 or was that just a freebie? Like, what is happening?
It's probably like when the person who wants to do it is more famous than him, it's
Then he
free.
does it.
But if the person is a little less famous than
I'm
him, then
sorry.
he charges.
These are my Emmy Awards. Go fart
But
yourself.
Emmy doesn't convert to his
TikTok world.
TikTok
No,
fame.
he wants people with TikTok followings.
I'm not saying I don't have like, listen, is the algorithm dead? Yes. Is all of my TikToks getting 500 views? Sure. Like, I don't even know why I'm still trying. But like, anyway, I was gobsmacked about that.
That is pretty crazy.
Here's my good week. If nothing else in my life, I want the people of Earth to know that I, keltieknight, know what to do when an emergency vehicle is coming my way. I need to speak to you all about how you are allowing the ambulances, fire trucks, and police cars of the world.
Okay, what do you do?
Pull to the side?
You pull...
Unless there's a median,
A median.
like a separator of the road.
Then where do you go?
You
On the
don't pull
median?
over.
Like if
Like
you're...
sometimes there's planter or like
Right.
Like if there's a physical separation.
Yeah, the fire truck is not going to hop over
exactly.
the thing.
You only pull over if it's coming in the opposite direction that you're driving. The only time you pull over is if there's nothing in between the lanes.
Yes.
Oh,
and
I always pull over.
Well, you pull to the right. So do I. You know what? To be honest, so do I. And it's because sometimes you hear it before you see it. And as soon as you hear it, you must pull over because you don't know Speedy Racer going to save Terry Dubrow when he's having a stroke. We need the ambulances to go fast, okay? It's more important than your kid's soccer game or whatever the hell you're doing.
Well, it's also, I think, illegal, like, to
I'm
not
telling
pull over.
you, I recently was on Ventura Boulevard here in Studio City, Sherman Oaks, and I heard the ambulance or sirens coming, and I pulled over, and someone behind me honked. No.
Rude.
And I was like, their death is on your hands. There's nothing more important than us giving the right of way to fire trucks and ambulances. We are in a global climate. Things are lighting on fire. People are dying. We need to understand when you hear the sirens, you pull to the right. And I'm a good person, and I know that.
Rule follower.
I'm not even a rule follower. I just feel like that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Exactly. It is. Do you hear a siren? No, but I'm watching people do this. They hear a siren and then they speed up because they want to make it pass through the intersection before the fire truck comes.
Yeah, they do.
You know who wants to speed up? The fire truck. So they can get Marmalade, the cat, out of the tree before the house burns
Bad
down.
example.
Marmalade.
Whatever it
Marmalade?
is. Marmalade. Like,
It's a random name
you
for a
don't
cat.
need to speed up to make it through. The ambulance needs clearness to speed up.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Good night,
I thought
everyone.
that was common
You know what
sense.
they should start doing when
you die.
when you start calling for an ambulance, they should also send a police officer behind the ambulance to just give out tickets to the people who don't get out of the way.
Not even a ticket. You know what? Because
Jail?
that's the problem. Yeah, jail. No, jail.
Jail.
Because
jail.
a ticket.
It's like Oprah.
The problem in Los Angeles,
People don't pay their ticket.
people don't care about a ticket because some of them are rich.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, $65. I'm going to race through this thing. It needs to be something so terrible. Like you are put in the Coliseum and you are released to the bulls.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, for not pulling over.
Ooh, hot button.
Well, Jack, it won't happen to you. You pull over.
I do pull over.
I
So
pull
does
over
Becca,
unless there's a median.
Unless there's a median.
Unless there's a median.
Then she's just cruising along.
Well, the fire truck is not going to hop over a median unless it's like
might.
absolutely jam. I don't know if there's like a traffic jam, but I don't think so.
I just feel very strongly about this.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Okay. My good week. We were watching Superfan, specifically the Shania episode. The second part is called Soundcheck, where they play like a second of the song and then they guess what it is. And I was with Jared and I was like, Jared, I bet I could do this for any emo song. He's like, oh, really? So we've
We've
playing.
done this with you on the podcast.
Yeah.
For emo songs?
Yeah.
Wow, I have no memory. Well,
You
we did
guys
it.
have both really.
We did it again. Jared did it again, and he picked the most obscure emo song. Like, obscure. I'm not even talking to like Fall Out Boy, Tango Back Sunday, like Yellow Card. Random.
Yeah.
Like,
And you knew?
would probably play for 5 people now.
Yeah.
I got every single one of them.
Every single one.
And it was so fun. I'm like, I don't know how we do like a super fan version of for emo kids.
I tried to get Fall Out Boy. The network wouldn't let me.
Why?
They didn't think that people would enjoy it. And I was like, well,
That's
then you're
insane.
wrong.
That's actually insane.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I would have gone on it.
Oh my gosh.
And you're like,
That is my goal, is to get Jack as a super fan of one of the artists that come
wouldn't
on
that be
Superfan.
so great? And then
That'd be
there's
so
like
funny.
and then there's like, we can just like do a special question for Superfan Showdown when they have the heads and you turn it around and you're like, what are they thinking?
Oh.
You know, like, how does Pete Wentz get you to make out with him? And then Jack's like, here's exactly how I did it.
I would be good at it. Not even because I'm a super fan of Fall Out Boy, but I just know so much about everything that I
Yeah.
bet I would kick ass.
I just
Well,
know so much about everything. I just know so much about everything.
only emo stuff.
Emo stuff.
Emo specific.
Emo stuff only.
I love it.
Well, you should get them for season 2 if you guys have a season 2.
Yeah, I would love that.
Okay.
You know what? I'll try to get Rihanna and Fall Out Boy. It's
Perfect.
Equally. Ooh.
Okay, so my bad week is I was getting blood work done, and you have to fast before it. So I couldn't drink coffee in the morning. Now I am.
Wait, you can drink black coffee.
No, not for whatever I was doing.
Okay, because I just did this. It's
Oh,
so
you did?
weird. We're on the same like health
Journeys.
schedules.
Yeah, I couldn't drink coffee, and I was like, this is a problem. Like, I don't even know how I'm going to drive. I'm like so addicted to coffee. I have to have it first thing when I wake up. So anyways, I go into the doctor's office, and she like brings me in the room, and I go and I sit down on the chair, and I'm just like kind of like staring forward. And she comes in, she's like, can you sit in the patient's chair? I sat in the doctor's chair. I was staring at her computer, so oblivious to anything going on. And I was just waiting for her to come in completely in her chair. And she got so pissed at me. She's so mad.
I mean, she probably thought you were a psychopath.
And
I know.
looking up
Did
other
you
people's
say-
medical
No,
records.
I was just staring at the computer. I'm not kidding. When if I don't have coffee, I'm like a zombie.
Did she say anything? Did you say, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't have coffee"? And
Yeah. I was like, oh my God. And she was really mad at me. But I'm like, I'm so sorry. I couldn't drink coffee this morning and I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh wow.
I always sit in I don't want to sit on the paper.
So you sit in the doctor's chair?
Wherever. Stool, counter. Becca?
Anywhere.
Okay, so my bad week is that there's a problem with boutique fitness in the world, in the country.
It's so expensive.
If you go in and you do one workout and you give them your information,
You'll never let you go.
It's like Scientology.
It is the most aggressive recruiting I have ever experienced in my life. I cannot believe the amount of calls I have received to literally, I'm like, number one, this is a national chain, maybe even international. They might be privately franchised. I don't know. But let me just tell you something. People know you're there.
If I want to rumble, I will rumble.
And if I found my way to your studio and I took a class, guess what? If I really loved it,
I'd come back.
It's not going to take Greg from the front desk calling me 77 freaking times.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm not even exaggerating. It was daily. And then there's a yoga studio in town that the girl from the front desk, we have packages, me and Zach. We go regularly. And a girl will occasionally text Zach and be like, hey, you want me to sign you up for any of the upcoming classes here at blah, blah, blah studio? And he's like, no, Lauren, I actually, if you didn't notice, I come in often and I book it fine on my own. Like, what is happening?
They must be like getting threatened that they're going to get fired if they don't recruit X amount of people.
Here's my good week. Normally, I would have taken to the streets with my message. I would have gotten on Instagram and been like, you know what, blah, blah fitness, I'm never coming back.
Yeah.
I was going to. It was great workout. But you know what? I can't handle your bedside manner or whatever you call that. Well, I have grown so much.
So mature.
Because I didn't do that. And then one day I was so busy and I was running around and I just see my phone ringing and I see that area code again. I'm like,
block.
No. I was a bigger person and I said, hello. And they said, hey, Rebecca. Hi, how are you? Happy Tuesday. It's so-and-so calling from. And I was wondering, and I was like, hey, Emily, I'm going to stop you right there. I have been receiving calls daily for weeks, daily, and voicemails. I need you to remove me from whatever this list is. I know it's your job. I know that this is not you. It's your manager. It's the owner. I don't know what it is. I appreciate you and I know you're doing what you're told, but please, for the love of fitness, take me off
And she
your
said
list.
yes?
And she was like, yeah, I know it's a lot, isn't it?
Oh my God. See, she feels bad.
She's like, yeah, they make us call these numbers every day. And I'm so sorry. Like, yeah, I hope you still come in. And I'm like, you know what?
I'll
It's
be
fine.
there,
I'll be there. I work with somebody who, if we had a fitness studio, she would make me call daily.
I understand.
I understand. You're not, I was like,
not your
you're
fault.
not the monster, Emily. You're not the monster. Yes, I'll see you on Tuesday. It
Okay.
Wow.
I love it.
was a dream.
She got you.
But I was nicer. I would have been real 6 months ago.
Real
It's coming
bitch.
up.
Coming
Just
up.
us.
Just us. Bye.